May 2017. War broke out in Marawi, an otherwise peaceful city in southern Philippines, between heavily armed ISIS-affiliated militants and government forces. The ensuing battle destroyed everything in its horrid path. Thousands were forced to flee and seek shelter from the chaos. Soon after the start of the siege, the Iglesia Ni Cristo, or Church of Christ, carried out its Lingap sa mamamayan, or Aid for Humanity, in immediate response to the building crisis. Truckloads of relief goods were rolled out, headed towards the people whose lives and livelihood were upended by the ensuing war. Parcels of food were distributed to the displaced families in evacuation sites. Everyone was given help regardless of their political or religious affiliation.
Maraming salamat. Buong puso namin tinanggap tong pamimigay nyo. Malaking tulong sa amin talaga, sa kami mga vocation sa nangyari sa amin sa Marawi. Thank you sa Iglesia Ni Cristo, nakatulong sa Marawi. Maraming salamat.
Kayo po, kahit non-Muslim, may puso po kayo upang tulungan ang aming mga kababayan. Maraming salamat at mabuhay na ang Iglesia Ni Cristo.
November 2013. One of the strongest tropical cyclones ever recorded struck the Philippines. Typhoon Yolanda, known internationally as Haiyan.
Hindi ko po hindi ko sila makita. Hindi ko alam kung buhay pa sila. Gusto ko talagang umuwi. Hindi ako makauwi dahil nga yung patong-patong na kahoy na dadaanan ko.
Wala kaming pagkain. Wala kaming inumin. Lahat kami wala dito. Tulungan mo kami.
Seeing the vast devastation left behind the storm, the Iglesia Ni Cristo was quick to help the victims. Members and non-members alike received food and even blankets, clothes, and other basic needs to get through living in the evacuation sites.
Salamat po sa Iglesia Ni Cristo. Salamat sa mabigay ng relief good at pagkain.
Kahit hindi kami iglesia, malaki rin tulong itong ginawa niyo para sa amin.
Many of my fellow Taclobanons were lining up there trying to get their bags of relief goods. The relief goods were given not only to INC members. And it is a very beautiful sight to see. I really take off my hat to INC.
Through the years, millions have been helped by the Iglesia Ni Cristo through its socio-civic programs, reaching people in various parts of the Philippines, giving a helping hand to those in other places around the globe.
It's amazing to see people come as far away as the Philippines to be here during this time of crisis and to serve to people, to show a ministry of love, really. To see this kind of spiritual outreach in a very substantive way, it's very moving to me.
I am amazed at the wonderful works that this foundation and the Church of Christ is doing in my community, and I'm learning throughout the entire world.
On behalf of the New York City Fire Department and the FDNY Foundation, we're honored to be here with you today and to receive this gift from the FYM Foundation.
We're very pleased at the Church of Christ for doing that for us. You know, we're very appreciative, and so are these other families too. Thank you.
イグレシャニクリストさんの支援というかですね、やはりこれまでも接することのなかったような団体の方からですね支援を受けていただくということで、今後ともまたご支援のほどよろしくお願いします。
In Africa, a series of Aid for Humanity activities was carried out in various African countries.
Very, very happy because I don't have a food in my house.
Now we're very happy, very excited about the church because he's giving us this food.
We're going to cook now.
Self-help is good to help people.
I never thought that the church from Philippines could really come into Africa, choose our area, give such a good gesture of food to our people. I'm surprised. We're really thankful for that.
On July 15, 2018, the Iglesia Ni Cristo held another Lingap sa Mamamayan. Thousands were given food parcels. Medical and other health services, including otherwise expensive diagnostic procedures, were provided. All for free.
Pasalamat ako sa Iglesia Ni Cristo. Nilungan nila ako.
Magpasalamat kami dahil nakatulong sila sa amin, may hirap.
Yung pagtulong natin sa kapwa na tinatawag nating lingap sa mamamayan, isang batayan kung bakit natin ito ginagawa. Ang sinabi ng ating Panginoong Kristo na ibigin mo ang Diyos at ibigin mo ang iyong kapwa-tao, na siyang dalawang pangunahing utos ng Diyos. Ang pag-ibig sa Diyos, alam natin, yun ang pagsamba at pagsunod sa kanyang mga utos. Ang pag-ibig naman sa kapwa-tao ay yung pagka merong mahirap na kapatid at mga kababayan mo. Kasi naroon sa mga panahon ng kanyang pangangailangan, lalo na yung inaabot ng mga kalamidad, ay buksan mo yung palad at tulungan mo sila.
Other than providing immediate relief in times of conflicts and calamities, the Iglesia Ni Cristo expanded its socio-civic programs to include projects that support recovery efforts. In Alang-Alang Lite lies the EVM Self-Sustainable Resettlement for Victims of Typhoon Yolanda. With hundreds of housing units built to shelter members and non-members alike, the 3,000-hectare settlement has a garment factory, a dried fish processing factory, and an eco-farm to provide livelihood for the displaced typhoon victims.
Sa mga pagtulong sa amin ng Diyos, sa pamamagitan po ng ating pamamahala, ay gumanda po ang buhay namin ngayon dito. Maunlad na po. Saka yung mga kapatid, kasama-sama na po namin dito sa pagtatrabaho, masaya po kami nagkaipon-ipon dito. Naging mas maunlad po ngayon. Ganda na po ang buhay namin ngayon eh.
As a member of the global community, the Iglesia Ni Cristo strives to do its best in helping to restore hope and to empower people.
Nagpapasalamat nga ako at dahil malaki ang tulong ng pamamahala sa amin.
Ito na po yung lahat na pangangailangan po namin. Kumbaga, sipag at tiyaga na lang po yung kailangan namin dito.
Malaking pasalamat talaga sa Tribong Blaansa ngayon pagdating ng programa ng Iglesia Ni Cristo. Biro mo, bibigyan ng bahay, bibigyan ng trabaho.
Napaka-blessing nitong nangyari dahil imagine yung burden sa akin bilang kongresista to take care of them, and there's somebody, an organization na talagang dedicated sa pag-improve ng buhay ng tao. Hindi lang blessing eh, parang siguro ito ay isang panaginip nung araw. Ito ay totoo na at nangyayari at lumalaki pa. So salamat sa Iglesia Ni Cristo.
Siguro po hindi ho natin pwedeng i-quantify sa pamamagitan ng piso. Kasi po buhay po ang tinutulungan ng Iglesia Ni Cristo. Dito po, saludo po ako sa pamamahala po ni Ka Eduardo Manalo na kahit po nasa bundok ang aming mga kasamang mga indigenous peoples ay talaga pong nararamdaman namin ang pagmamahal ng Iglesia Ni Cristo sa pamamagitan nga po ng pamamahala ni Ka Eduardo Manalo sa ating mga indigenous peoples. Despite being a religious organization, the Iglesia Ni Cristo transcends yung kanilang pagtulong sa ibang tao, kahit na hindi po nila kasama sa Iglesia Ni Cristo. At nagpapasalamat din po ako sa lahat ng miyembro ng Iglesia Ni Cristo dahil po sa hindi nila pagdadamot ng tulong sa ating mga kapwa-tao, lalong-lalo na po sa ating mga miyembro ng Indigenous Peoples Community.
I see a good future for my family and for myself because I see that I will survive and I'm at a good space working at the eco farm.
I don't have any problem because I know how to feed my child, feed my family.
Retired ministers due to advanced age or illness, as well as ministers' widows, are also cared and provided for in housing projects specifically built for them.
Isang napakalaking biyaya ito sa amin dahil iniloob ng Diyos na kami lingapin ng pamamahala. Dito kami inilag, lalo na ito sa kondo, di mo akalain na kami mapatira sa ganito.
Kung iisipin namin, wala na yung mga asawa namin eh. Pero nandoon pa rin yung pagkalinga.
Napakabait ng pamamahala dahil sa naaalala niya yung mga ministrong marami ring hirap. Hindi niya pinababayaan.
Ang mga retired na ministro at mga byuda, laging nasa isip ng pamamahala. Kaya naman po kami, mahal na mahal po namin si Ka Eduardo Manalo. Alam na alam po namin na pinagmamalasakit niya kami. Sa aming katandaan, nilalagay niya kami sa mabuting kalagayan.
Ngayon malaking biyaya
na dadama ko na tulong ng pamamahala sa aking buhay at sa aking pamilya. Merong tulong sa amin para magamit sa pangangailangan, merong tirahan.
May 2018, the Iglesia Ni Cristo members got together to act on addressing poverty in a big way. Over 1 million brethren filled the whole stretch of Rojas Boulevard for the worldwide walk to fight poverty. The record-breaking global charity walk aimed to give inspiration by uniting to help people in impoverished communities. Guided with the same principles of doing good to those who need it, the Church encourages volunteers around the globe to share their faith through acts of kindness in the INC Giving Project. By giving their time, talent, and resources, brethren join hands in making a difference in the lives of those in need.
Coming out here to the Church of Christ today on this beautiful snowy Saturday, sunny but snowy, it's a really great feeling for us. So organizations like the Church of Christ their support is huge for us.
Everyone I saw this morning, 10 a.m. on a Saturday, is so excited to be here and so committed to doing what they can to be there for their neighbors. I think that's the best take we'll take from today, watching so many folks come together to make such a huge impact in not only the city they live in, but you're all over Toronto and in Ottawa, and that shows such a commitment to making sure that your impact is far-reaching.
Moreover, the Iglesia Ni Cristo reaches out to people with special needs as well. It employs differently abled people to provide career development and employment training for people with special needs. The Iglesia Ni Cristo believes that love and concern for our fellow man cover more than just material needs. The Church reaches out to nurture spiritual needs through sharing of the gospel. The Church launched several missionary campaigns to preach about the Lord's salvation as taught in the Bible. Many have listened and became enlightened. Not a few have accepted and were converted into the fold. Like these former pastors from other religions who embraced the teachings of the Lord God through the Iglesia Ni Cristo. The Iglesia Ni Cristo, or Church of Christ, is a global Christian church that upholds Bible-based Christian teachings. Re-established in the Philippines on July 27, 1914, under the stewardship of Brother Felix Manalo, the church gradually and steadily grew, redefining the country's landscape with its distinct architecture as more and more chapels were built year after year. On July 27, 1968, the church established its first local congregation outside the Philippines, in Iva, Honolulu, Hawaii. This was followed soon with the establishment of the local congregation in San Francisco, California, in the U.S. mainland. From that point on, the church achieved exponential growth, spreading throughout the U.S. and Canada, to Europe, Asia, Australia, and Africa. Now, on its 104th year, the Iglesia Ni Cristo also celebrates 50 years of expansion outside the Philippines. The church maintains nearly 7,000 local congregations and missions in 143 countries and territories all over the world. Around 370 local congregations and missions are in the U.S. and Canada alone. At the helm of the Iglesia Ni Cristo is the current executive minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo. The past 9 years saw 41 new countries and territories added to those that the church has reached. With more brethren needing to be tended for all over the world, 3,788 new ministers were added, equivalent to 8 new ministers per week. 3,011 new worship buildings, not only in the Philippines, but elsewhere in other parts of the world, were dedicated to the Lord God, equivalent to 6.4 buildings per week for the past 9 years. As the church expanded in scope and number, so did the need to elevate efforts in making space available for brethren to hold various church activities in. New, beautifully designed places of worship have been built all over the world. Chapels were renovated. Smaller barangay or village chapels were built to give brethren in remote areas easier access for their spiritual needs. This rapid growth stressed the need for the church to have more locations where members can hold worship services. Some of those potential locations were properties that used to belong to other religious groups. Not a few structures were acquired and modified to suit INC standards and fitted for worship services. Opportunities to gain property for church use presented themselves by way of abandoned lands that were put up for sale.
You're going to do wonderful things with this property, and we're so excited, and we support you 100%, so thank you very much.
Noteworthy among these projects was the Philippine Arena, the world's largest indoor arena back in 2014. The immense arena was built in time for the Iglesia Ni Cristo centennial celebrations. Despite an audience capacity of 55,000, the Philippine Arena easily fills up with enthusiastic brethren in jubilant celebration. The building of places of worship. The settlement communities that provide shelter and livelihood. The resources needed to give aid to people who are in need. All these projects are made possible through voluntary contributions of brethren. The Iglesia Ni Cristo has achieved recognition for its humanitarian and social missions in the communities they serve.
You are officially amazing.
Congratulations.
Time and again, leaders and officials from various countries have expressed their admiration.
Greetings. As mayor of the city of North Vancouver, I am pleased to extend my congratulations to the Iglesia Ni Cristo Church of Christ.
For 4 decades in Calgary, you have strengthened your community and brought many Albertans together to grow in faith.
I would like to thank you for the contributions your local congregation makes to our city, serving to bring people together and foster love for our neighbors.
This church also exemplifies leadership and inclusiveness by continuing to reach out to the community.
On behalf of the Government of Canada, I offer my best wishes for a memorable celebration. Prime Minister of Canada, Justin Trudeau.
My request to the people of the INC and indeed to the people of the Philippines is pray for Brother Manalo that he will always have wisdom and knowledge to lead the church in the manner that God wants him, which has an important role to play not only in the lives of the members of the church but in the lives of the Filipino people and people elsewhere in the world.
I appreciate the contribution that they make to the strong bilateral relationship between Australia and the Philippines. So it's great that the INC congregations in Australia are playing that role.
My visit to the Iglesia Ni Cristo now is opening more my understanding of how the Iglesia Ni Cristo works. And we hope that with this visit there will be an opportunity to enhance and expand the relationships of this religious community.
These acts of love and kindness resonate all over the world. The smiles, the warm feeling, the willingness to give, the readiness to help those in need, regardless of background or race. Born of the same all-encompassing Christian love. This is what true Christianity is about. This is the Iglesia Ni Cristo.